What's up guys, it's BD here, and today we're looking at the new LAMZU Thorn V2, and honestly, it's just nice to see LAMZU releasing some new mice. I've always enjoyed their shapes and their mice releases, and the Thorn has been one of the more unique ergonomic gaming mice on the market. Instead of just copying the EC formula like everybody else to a T, LAMZU put their own spin on it, and that's what made the original Thorn stand out. There are quite a lot of changes here, so let's check and see if you should be upgrading to the V2. The Thorn V2 is available in this new red and black colorway, and as expected from LAMZU, the build quality is still excellent. One of the first things you'll notice is the new nano coating. It is a very skin friendly feel and actually gets grippier as your hand warms up. If you're somebody that struggles with sweaty hands, this coating works really well and provides plenty of grip without needing grip tape. The weight comes in at 55 grams, which is on paper supposed to be 2 grams heavier than the original Thorn, but on my scale, that actually came out to roughly about the same. I'll be honest, I was hoping for a sub 50 gram mouse like we've been seeing the Viper V4 Pro at 49 grams, and that feels perfect. But in everyday use, this felt very well balanced, and I didn't feel those extra grams when I was aiming with this mouse. Looking underneath the bottom though, the bottom shell is now completely filled in, which is probably leading to it being a little bit heavier. The DPI button and the power button layout has also changed compared to the original as well. Skate design has also been updated. The sensor ring is now smaller. LAMZU also removed the 2 side smaller skates. Instead, we're left with a more traditional 4-corner skate layout, although the skates themselves are slightly smaller than before. On the pad, these feel a little bit slower and more controlled than the original Thorn, while still maintaining a smooth glide. Personally, I think most people will prefer this implementation. The box also comes with 2 sets of skates, one bigger set for a smoother experience, and DOS skates for a faster experience, or if you're just using a glass pad. So it's nice that they've included both here, and they also include some grips in the box as well. As for the clicks, you're using the Kale optical switches here. The clicks feel similar to the original Thorn, but I would describe them as slightly softer and a bit quieter this time around. One thing I've noticed about the Thorn is how the shape works with the clicks, because you get that aggressive curvature on the mouse 1 and 2, you get that nice ergonomic trigger-like feeling that just feels natural when you're gaming. The side buttons have also been improved. They removed the glossiness and made them more matte. The scroll wheel also uses a optical encoder, providing consistent performance while eliminating concerns about mechanical encoder wear over time. It also feels great in use, easy to scroll with defined steps and a slightly grippy texture. Let's drop that sound test right about now. Now let's talk about what matters most on the Thorn, and that is the shape. The original Thorn had a unique twist on the ergonomic mouse formula that helped it stand apart from everything else. It just wasn't another EC clone. And while the Thorn V2 actually looks similar at first glance, LAMZU actually made several meaningful adjustments. The overall length has increased by 5 millimeters, and the front curve has been more fine-tuned. Grip width has also narrowed by around 2 millimeters at the main contact points, and the side profile has completely redesigned. The rear right side hump has also been shifted slightly forward and lowered about 0.25 millimeters to improve palm contact. So if you love the original Thorn shape, you might be thrown off when you get this because it's not an exact replica of it. They've actually made some changes that people complained about. I know this part of your finger where the knuckle is, about where your ring finger is, feels so much more comfortable on this one than the original V1. And from my understanding, LAMZU was trying to appeal more towards the palm grip users this time around, where the original Thorn leaned more towards a claw grip. For reference, my hands are 19 by 8.5 centimeters, and while I actually enjoy the overall size of the V1, I find that the V2 is more comfortable. The biggest reason is that redesigned right side. On the original Thorn, there's always that pressure point around my ring finger, like I said, and with the V2, that area feels much more natural and relaxed during long gaming sessions. That being said, the magic of the Thorn is still there, and it lies right here where your thumb goes with this aggressive curve. That deep thumb curve on the mouse gives you an incredible amount of control compared to most ergonomic gaming mice. One of the main reasons why the Thorn has always felt so unique. A lot of ergonomic mice support your palm, but the Thorn also supports your thumb. And that creates that level of locked in control that I still don't get from most competitors. And that is the magic of the Thorn, and why so many people love this mouse, and why it feels so much more locked in than the ECs and the Death Adders. So if those never felt that comfortable to you, this is gonna feel great. And I gotta say, it does still feel good in claw grip, and it also feels great in palm grip as well. You can't fingertip grip, but just go with something else in that case, I would say. But like I said, like when you get this, like this little like into the mouse and you're putting that pressure into the mouse, you just get so much more control than if it's like a flat sided mouse like on an EC. The Thorn V2 is also using LAMZU's new Paw Next 1 sensor. Performance has been flawless during testing, combined with excellent coding and a lightweight design. Tracking feels responsive and consistent. They're still using their web-based software here, and I love that fact that you don't have to install anything on your computer. They have 5 different levels of liftoff distance adjustments, allowing you to dial in exactly how you want the sensor to behave. And then they have everything else from the pulling rate to the button remapping to DPI adjustments in there as well. I really enjoyed my time with this mouse. It was comfortable from start to finish. I gamed for it. So my final thoughts on this mouse: I gamed with it for hours on end, multiple hours within a day, and it just felt so comfortable from start to finish. Sometimes you can get some palm irritation with like the death adders and things like that. Those new adjustments to the shape really improved this mouse a lot. The build quality remains excellent, the coding is fantastic, the clicks are responsive, and the shape has been refined to be more comfortable, particularly for palm grip users. And most importantly, they kept that deep thumb curve, and that's what keeps it feeling like the Thorn that we all know and love. So I definitely put this in my top 3 Ergos at the moment, and I highly recommend picking one of these up. So if you have a V1 or you're in the market for a new ergonomic mouse and the things on the market just don't feel that comfortable to you, check out the LAMZU Thorn. It might just surprise you. All right guys, it has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.